my blade. Then let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can hold off this fate. Armor will no longer protect you. Let's see if you can hold off this fate. Let's see if you can hold off this fate. Protect you. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. I need healing. Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
What are you doing here, Renaigse? Your kind are not welcome in my village.
Ulan, the king of Vignamri, wants to establish a trade agreement and sign a peace treaty with the governor of Hikmet.
This sounds like something he would do. All he ever thinks about is picking up the crumbs left behind by the Renaigse. All of that in hope of breathing new life into his village, while insulting the memory of the deceased men and women who lived there.
Hikmet's emissary will only sign if their merchants can move freely and in peace. They want to meet you.
I am not like him. I am a Donea Exregao, a proud man, not a slug. The Renaigse cannot be trusted. They are deceitful and only seek to trap us.
Siora,
Mordoon, you know me. I know the cost of war. My village has paid for it dearly. But do you not think that this is a time we made peace? Or at least a time we listen to what Ulan and the emissary have to say?
If your mother could see you, daughter of Bloodnid, how can you defend the Renaigse?
the Donea Exregao I have met were fierce, and yet you were running away from a mere meat. By refusing to negotiate, you are only showing weakness.
Having a discussion with Ulan takes no courage. This man would convince his own...
I understand your reluctance, Mordoon. People from the continent have not given you much reason to trust, yet I promise you, it is just a If what they offer you does not suit you, you will be free to refuse and come back here.
Are you willing to swear on the name of your aunt?
Yes,
Fine. I will meet Ulan and his emissary. Tell them to find me at last.
I will tell them right away.
You really know how to talk to people. I never thought you would be able to convince Mordoon. His anger towards the Renaigse is so strong.
blade. Let's go!
Mordoun is willing to meet you at Lanristel to sign a peace treaty.
You really are an accomplished negotiator and diplomat, Your Excellency.
I knew you would succeed. Thanks to you, the whole...
Do you know where this place is, Ulan?
Of course. In our land, it is a sacred place.
In that case, we should go there at once.
Yes. Come back to see me soon. And if...
Ulan is acting strangely. I do not trust him.
I suddenly feel the urge to go to Lanristel. I hear it looks wonderful this time of year.
And if we want to see this encounter, Bane is attacked. Let's go and rescue him.
Then let's go!
Adloredar, thank you for coming. You saved me. You kept your promise. I never thought I would ever meet an honorable Renaigse.
I'm really sorry. I never thought they would dare to do...
That accursed Ulan. My men are dead, and now I am injured. He achieved it. I will have to join another clan if I do not want my home.
I'm sorry, Mordu.
You were deceived, just like I was. Farewell, on Almanawi.
Traitor. This meeting was meant to establish peace, and yet you have exclusively sent armed men.
Mordoon was a Denea ex-Regao. He would have never accepted an agreement with the Renaigse. He would have endlessly attacked our merchants and our allies' caravans. We had to protect ourselves if we were to make these
By lying and manipulating.
I am sorry, but I was unsure that you would agree to help us. I understand your anger. But keep in mind that you are now a Karans of Ignamri. And should you seek it, you will always have ours. Anything else?
What do you think of people from...
Many of our, but I would not. The Lions have the Lugaid Blau.
Lugaid...
It means
They are called...
the men of the soul. I wish my brothers would. Anything else?
Tell me about your...
We are called because it is in our tradition to scout. The whole island knows of our art, and we also... Anything else?
What can you tell me?
Vignamri means it used to be one of the largest on this island. Some battles took place. The legend has it that after the battles came the we were taught. Anything else?
Nothing.
Glad to see you. I intend to prove I will have to go, but I see you.
I must...
Halt! Who goes there?
De Sardet. I am the legate of the
Oh, well, you can come in.
Am I the one you call a savage?
This young lady is the princess of her... As such, I would appreciate...
Very well, I'd feel better...
Your Excellency, what do you want?
Allow me to introduce Siora, the daughter of Queen Bla... We understand that you brought her mother here, and I would like to negotiate...
A liberation? That'll prove difficult.
No! You let her die! You may even have finished her off like an agonizing animal!
We didn't need to. When we collected her up from the battlefield, she was severely wounded. She died on the way to the camp.
I want to see her body on Almanawi, please.
Can we see her, Captain?
If you're the one who's asking, Your Excellency, it should be possible. You're in luck. We were thinking about getting rid of it, but we received the order to keep her body. It's still at the infirmary. Ask the doctor.
Thank you, Captain. Siora, I'm terribly sorry.
Let's go see her now. I need to...
I'm sorry for your loss, Siora.
The infirmary must be the building on the right, near the camp entrance. Let's go.
Who are you? Are you looking for a doctor?
I'm the legate of the congregation, and this is Siora.
I would like to see her.
My condolences, madam. The body of your mother is back.
I should give you some privacy while you are mourning. We won't be far.
And de varstir tu, mater. Men sida denon mil frichteman. I must take her with me on Almanawi. We must perform the rituals.
The captain said that he was instructed to keep her body. It will not be easy to convince him to disobey.
I do not care about the captain's orders. She is my mother. She must be given back to the earth.
So, let's go back to see the captain and try to make him change his mind.
You can try, but with all due respect, I doubt that you will succeed. He will not want to draw attention to himself by disobeying this order.
What do you mean?
I believe he is a traitor, and that he made a deal with Telemi.
Those are some serious accusations, even for a member of the Guard. Why would you believe such a thing?
I overheard a conversation that got me thinking, and I also saw certain documents.
We could use them to pressure him. Did you take them?
No, that would be too risky. I do not want to get into trouble. But I suppose they would still be amongst his other belongings.
Will they let us rummage through this place without protesting?
Most of the guards returned to Hikmet after the battle was over. If you are discreet, you should be able to enter the officer's building.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Shouldn't you ask the captain first? Maybe he'll change his mind.
You're right. Let's try talking to him before rummaging through the camp.
Your Excellency.
We would like to retrieve the remains of the Queen. Bring her back to her people and her family.
That will not be possible, Your Excellency. As I told you, the Governor specifically asked us to keep her. He wants her delivered to one of his scholars who wanted to study her.
You have lost a lot of men in this battle. How would you feel if someone prevented you from giving them a proper burial? If you knew that their corpses were going to be given to some... Wouldn't you want to have them?
The way I feel when it comes to my men does not concern you. I cannot give her back to you. And...
Captain, I insist. Let us take this body with us.
I have orders, Your Excellency. I've already told you.
It is my mother we are talking about. My mother whom you let die by dragging her all the way here. Give her back to me, or I swear that I will never leave you in peace.
This isn't the right way to approach this, Siora. Come.
This man is as cold as stone.
I'm afraid we have no choice but to pressure him now, like the doctor told us.
We will have to be discreet if we want to find these documents without getting caught.
The doctor was right. They are trafficking weapons illegally with San Mateus. If word reaches Hikmet, these men will face a firing squad. But none of these documents is signed. The captain managed to cover his tracks.
This large box must contain the documents you are searching for.
I hope the officer doesn't keep the key. I don't see how we could steal it from him.
He may have left it somewhere. Come, let's continue searching.
Here's a document that could be useful. They're meeting with the buyers.
Then we should go there. He won't be able to deny it if we catch him red-handed.
There is a risk that he will react violently. But we have no other choice.
Let's go there. I know this place. It is further down the road, near a large tree.
Here we are. This is the tree that was mentioned. Let's hide while we wait for them to arrive. Well, Captain, you have some peculiar friends for a man who obeys the Alliance.
You? What are you doing here?
We stumbled upon some strange documents and wanted to see for ourselves.
Sorry, my friends. If you want our shipment, then we need to get rid of this nosy legate.
Captain, you are making a grave mistake. All we want is to negotiate.
I want the blood of my mother.
Oh, bit of poison on my brain. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this
Enough! I surrender! I would never have thought that you would dare to attack allies of the congregation.
It seems to me that you were the one who attacked. How did you put it? This nosy legate? Had you simply listened to us, Captain, all we wanted was for you to respectfully deliver the body of...
And will you stay silent about what...
We are neutral. Trading amongst yourselves does not concern us.
In that case, very well. I'll return to the outpost and ensure it's done.
Now I would like for us to return to my village.
In that case, let's return...
The Our matter. I know, Siora. And the worst hearsay. Some men delivered her remains here. Thank you. Why are they mind shaking? I meant to tell you about it. They came saying that our but Mater she didn't say anything to me either. I know. But we need help after the defeat. And the spirits of the people of our village would have to go to the light, and in exchange... This is impossible. Mater would never have done such a thing. They may be. But if there really is a... And we will have to bury our mother. We must verify it. I will not stand there while these mind-shakers take our village.
Cousin! You have returned to me.
You don't appear to be in top form. Our house...
No, nothing to bring me nightmares as of yet. Now, tell me what adventures you've been up to. If you only knew how bored I...
We were not able, alas, to stop the clash between the forces of the Alliance. We arrived at the village and battlefield.
I'm extremely sorry for your loss.
Thank you. My sister survived, fortunately, but our clan was extremely weakened by...
We shall keep a close eye on the Bridge Alliance.
You should know that the battle took place in the middle of ancient ruins. We discovered a fresco that I am certain was...
Really? And how ancient are these ruins? Could they date back to the first land?
They date much farther back than their arrival would explain.
Siora told me of a legend that spoke of them.
Do you think it was the Nords?
It is not our custom to found a landlocked settlement.
If they are ancient, perhaps your people once practiced older This story is troubling, but it reminds me of something that I once read in... You should go and find her.
Very well.
Anything else?
Any news of your parents?
No. With the time it takes to travel, my father's next letter will serve. As for my mother, you know, she's probably too busy planning her next assassination.
Any news of your parents?
No. With the time it takes to travel to the continent, my father's next letter will certainly... As for my mother, she's probably...
Any news of your...
No, she's...
I'm going to leave now.
Look out!
Sir de Corsilion.
Decidez, my young student.
I found no traces of Professor Seraphin.
That's most regrettable. Can your old professor...
I've come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives. They want to be able to access a clearing exploited, but our men there say that it belongs to them and the site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago. If we don't intervene, we're heading...
It is very regrettable. According to what you have told me, you should go to the archives and verify this. And of course, I'll be delighted to...
Thank you, Professor.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward.
Good day, my lady. Happy to see you again.
What do you know about the ruins?
The site that the natives call Did...
That is not how we pronounce it, but yes, we are.
Your language is difficult to master, but I find it fascinating. I had countless questions about the place. Intrigued, I went there. It is certain that they bear a striking resemblance. Too old to have been recently built, but I even questioned the natives, but my first thoughts went to the north. There are other ruins on a cliff. I hoped to organize we explored mines at the bottom of the... If the mystery of these ruins... Can I help you with any other matter?
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed. The natives want to access this place, but some of our men there are using this deed to deny... Tensions are running high, and some people...
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts.
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the as is the notion of land ownership.
If they did not possess these...
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented.
In that case, why make...
When we arrived on the island, we also had to make... The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that it was easy to make them sign. I was a stranger to their philosophy.
I'm sure we can fix...
I hope so. Can I help you with any... Sir de Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem.
Indeed. And I think I may have a solution that will...
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality... The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think in doing so we would appease the tension, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve. But several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need something?
I must leave.